I read this book in like 2 hours, so let's get this over with. This is Hedda Gabler, and it is a play by a Norwegian playwright named Henrik Ibsen. It was written in like, I don't know, this probably isn't going to tell me because it's one of those cheap copies. But anyway, it was written in like the 1800s, you can kind of tell, 18, 19. Anyway, so it's about this lady. This lady is named Hedda, obviously, and Hedda is, how do I describe Hedda? Hedda is very dark. She is deeply unhappy with her life. She's just married this guy. His name is Tesman, and George Tesman is he's an intellectual kind of dude, so he's smart, and he seems very sweet and kind, you know, but Hedda just seems like this kind of person who, A, is never satisfied, and B, who's always looking for adventure. Like, she wants more with life, you know. She is the kind of person who you imagine sits and reads books about faraway places just all the time and, like, super-duper adventures, like going to discover treasure and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, oh, my life isn't that way. My life is worthless. Oh, you know, she's that kind of person. She's just very dramatic, and she's never happy. And so it's about her and Tesman, this nice guy who has unfortunately married her, and he doesn't at all realize who she is. Like, she is extremely good at hiding that away. And then Loveborg comes. This weird name, but that's his name. His name is Henrik. It's a Norwegian name, so it's weird. Henrik Loveborg, let's say. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Anyway, so he comes, and, well, it seems that he and Hedda had a thing at one point. They were thinging at one point, and she still seems to feel rather strongly about him, and he still seems to feel rather strongly about her, and they have lots of very dramatic conversations about that. So why do I like it? Well, I like it. The play that I saw, I went and saw this play at my college, and I was very, very interested in it. They did it excellently. It was like, if you've seen the Baz Luhrmann Great Gatsby, they did it sort of in that way. It was a very luscious feeling thing. It reminded me very much of Great Gatsby. And it still sort of does. I mean, it's got that, you know, you have the one person who is unsatisfied, that would be Gatsby, except in this case it's Hedda. And then you have the person who comes and is very dramatic and kind of, or maybe it's the other way around. Regardless, it's this unrequited love thing that they still love each other, but they can't get together, and they're very dramatic, and like chaos, chaos. Yeah, and it's the same thing with Great Gatsby. Like, I don't know how to explain why I like it. It just reaches me on a very intellectual level, I guess. There's a lot of varying themes and such within this, probably a lot of symbols and such. You can just tell with further study, you could probably dig into this really well, and it just gives off this feeling of grandness, like it means something deeper. I'm not quite sure what that deeper is. I mean, and I would be interested in talking about that if any of y'all read it, or watch it or see it or whatever, because, I mean, I don't want to give anything away in discussing the themes of the play, because they really do sort of come about in the very end, like the climax is when you start really understanding what the play means and why it's there. But, yeah, it's just got this very cool, dark vibe that makes you think, this is interesting. And as I said, it's a super quick read. and I'm sure it's very cheap on Amazon to buy. So if any of y'all want to grab a hold of it and discuss it with me, let me know. Okay, what? Ooh, next book is over here. Oh, wait, it's right here. I'm reading another Nancy Drew, so we'll see how it goes. It's been really interesting so far. So, I will get back to you guys after I finish it. See y'all later.